Hello and welcome back to Borderlands, a pre-sequel. I'm about 3 hours in, and so far, I am not impressed. Not very impressed. So far, the game is on par with the first Borderlands 2 DLC, which wasn't very good. Let's be honest, but the thing is, with the first Borderlands 2 DLC, it was only £8, and it still was kind of fun. It had a kind of fun few enemies, some pretty cool locations, a really cool ending boss, and this so far is pretty dull. But let's continue on. A new direction. This is the main mission, I think. Yeah, story mission. Alright, so we got to pick up 3 prisms, kill 20 Darksiders. What's weird with this, well, I don't know if it's weird or not, but the thing is with this game, right, its 3 big selling features are cryo weapons, laser weapons, and moon buggies. That's its 3 main selling features. Okay? Not the story, not the fact it's on the moon, none of that. No. How do we get up there? And is it just me, or is the level design horrendous? It must have been made by a bee. But we are only level 8, and I am playing Athena, and I'm wondering if that's the case, but I highly doubt it. Because I do actually quite like the Captain America shield thing. I quite like that. And that would be no excuse for the game. You can't punish someone for picking a character they want to play as. You know what I mean? This thing is, all the enemies are the same. They're just reskins. The thing is, the main, like the stuff that I'm doing right now, the main shooting is still kind of enjoyable. You know what I mean? But the thing is, I really wasn't asking for more Borderlands 2, because Borderlands 2 was I still loved it, but it was nowhere near as good as Borderlands 1. So I was kind of hoping they would just leave Borderlands 2 behind and just make Borderlands 3. But they didn't. They made about 5,000 DLCs for Borderlands 2, and then they made basically another Borderlands 2, but on the moon. Because I'm pretty sure most people think Borderlands 1 is better. I'd be very surprised. You know, at least the people I've seen prefer Borderlands 1. Because it is, it's just 10 times better.
That jump pad hasn't got the boom to get you to the 2nd floor. Shoot the regulator to overcharge it.
Whee! The jump pads are cool.
hold still.
Why are these called Darksiders?
Runner-up in last year's torpedo competition.
These are just the exact same as the scarves we were just fighting earlier. And the lasers are nice, but I don't know if it's a good enough reason to make a new game. Like I said, I want to see the new stuff. I want to see the new stuff. But they haven't shown me much of the new stuff yet. They've shown me laser weapons, and that's about it. And moon buggies, which are the exact same as the normal cars. I was thinking, should I try another character out? But then I have to go back through the goddamn awful start of the game. Same with Borderlands 2. Because with Borderlands 1 and 2, I played the soldier. Because I loved, or the commando, the soldier and commando. I loved the commando because you had the turret, and I loved the turret. But I don't know if there is an equivalent of that in Borderlands, the pre-sequel. And Claptrap, I'm not sure, really.
You ain't leaving here alive.
It's like, if you really loved Borderlands 2, this is probably worth getting. But if you're like me and thought Borderlands 2 was a step down, maybe it's not super worth it.
Wow, color me impressed.
Especially for full price. Report to Scav Trap. That's pretty cool, I guess. Honestly, I'm not too bothered about me paying for this game because I got it for quite cheap. And so the price I paid for it, you know, is not bad. I don't mind. You know, I got it for like, I can't remember how much I got it for. It was either 26 quid or 22 quid, I can't remember. So I got a pretty good price on it. My main problem with the game at the moment is the side quests. Is that I want to do the side quests, but they're so fucking dull, I probably won't do them. So these things are cool. I like these. These remind me of those things from Morrowind. I don't know why. They're not really similar at all, but I don't know, it's the first thing that came to my mind when I saw them. Vertigo Bridge. Vertigo Bridge. Huh. The Causeway. Can I come in, please? Let me in. Let me out. Let me out. Come on. Oh, I gotta go in. Oh, alright.
and your initiation is nearly complete. I've updated your echo with the location of, another entrance.
What's wrong with this gate?
The thing is I was fiddling with the controls and got something stuck in them, so the door's not working right now. But you can still get through the side door. Just give them the password, R. So wait here, a noble yet dangerous robot, alone, mysterious, desperate to be loved.
Even those things are kind of similar to the things from the General Knox DLC. But that's stretching it a bit, though.
Another wannabe gang member. You better know the password.
R.
Yeah, that's the password. You're in. Wait a sec, where's that stupid switch? There you go. Use that to get to the secret entrance and welcome to the gang.
I like these. I like the jump pads.
I don't know, Belly, you tell me.
That ain't no new recruit, that's for sure.
My thoughts exactly.
Reckon there's only one thing to do, yep.
Make him a cover.
Yeah, wait, no, tear him to pieces.
That's what I meant.
You're weird. Go get him, lads.
Those guys seem pretty cool. Most of the dialogue, apart from Springs, who is a pretty cool character, is pretty forced. You know, Jack's dialogue is nowhere near as funny as before. It feels ridiculously forced. Same with Moxie's. Same with Nurse Nina. So I like this. There's big open areas with the jump pads. Like I said, this stuff I'm doing now is fun. It's enjoyable. But a lot of what I was doing up until this point is just running back and forth doing fetch quests. And still, I know I'm only level 8, but that's still 3 hours into the game. The loot is shit. It's just shit. There is no loot. It's just crap. Especially when you compare the loot to Borderlands 1. There's just no... Doesn't hold a candle. There's no candle on my cake. Alright, Crisis Scar. I'm probably going to put this up as a separate video from my main playthrough, whatever you want to call it. This is like a first impressions of the game. The game is very pretty. And for, I don't know if I'd like to say myself as a veteran of the Borderlands series, because there's a lot of people who've played a shit ton more than me. I mean, that's obvious. I'm a casual, hardcore player of Borderlands, if that's what, if that makes any sense. Oh, she's been frozen, that's cool. I've played Borderlands 1 for, I have no idea how many hours, because I just don't know, but I played Borderlands 2 for 200 to 300 hours, and it's really annoying having to start from square one with all the tutorials, with the fact that you've only got 2 weapon slots, the fact that you've got none of your backpack space. It's really annoying. Oh no! Death laser!
Sarpedon, cut it the hell out! You got a problem with Hyperion, that's one thing, but there are innocent people on Elpis, you asshole!
Yes, there are.
Okay, this chick's a nutbag. You gotta hurry. We gotta get to Helios and take back control of the Eye, but we can't do that until you find out where in Crisis Scar that signal originates and shut her down.
Alright, so I'm hoping this is where the game seems to be opening up. But just to let you know, depending on if you do all the side missions up until this point, it's going to take you about 3 hours to actually get to this point, and those 3 hours are insanely dull. Who are you? Peapot.
I'm a fish-faced.
I'm a fish-faced. Alright.
I need another drink. Sorry, my best mate in the whole wide world's gone missing, and I could really use some help finding him. I think it was a him, unless it was a her. No, it was definitely a him. Can't remember her name though. Used to call her the Jolly Swag Man. He was always such a happy bloke. Always had a smile and a song for everyone. Terrible singer he was. My ears would bleed. She was always going walkabout across the moon and usually came back raving about some crazy thing or other. Can't tell you where he was last seen. If you could find her, he owes me a drink.
Find the Jolly Swag Man. I need to be level 9 for that. Alright. How do I drop stuff? Q. Shit. There we go. Level up.
A warrior survives by their skill.
I don't know what max level you can get to. If someone would tell me, that would be nice. Well, I could probably just look it up. I always hate that. Just a little pet peeve. I always hate it when people like ask you a question. I'm like, couldn't you just Google that? Like 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Because if the max level isn't 72, I'll be kind of pissed. If they make me pay DLC to get a higher level, I will be pissed. Again. There you go. So now we can equip that weapon. As you see so far, all the guns are basically the same apart from the lasers. And the lasers are cool. I really like them. And there are some pretty cool lasers. You've got like full laser beam guns. You've got this, which is a automatic one, and when you zoom in it's a burst, like all Dahl weapons are. So that's pretty cool to see. It would be really cool to see the different manufacturers of laser guns. That'd be cool. But these guys don't give a shit about fire, which is rather annoying. Oh no, the Jolly Swag Man.
There she is. Looks like he's sleeping. Do you think he's sleeping? Right. Well, see if he left tonight. Check her pockets, will you? Oh, she left an echo. Maybe that'll tell us more about the sorry tale. What do you reckon?
Oh, the things I've seen. I've gone walkabout all the way to Virago's solitude. I've seen an enormous giant billabong, A giant empty billabong with bright purple light shooting out of it. And I heard the deafening silent prayers of an ancient people ringing out from the depths of it. I camped by it, and I sang as I watched as my billy boiled. Then up leapt the jumbuck. I grabbed him with glee, and I shoved him in me tucker bag. But then I returned from the distant land, and I went, and I lost it camped not far from here. Blasted Kragans attacked me. Go find it, Peapot. Then you'll know I speaketh the truth. Check your echo. I'm plumb tuckered out. Reckon I might die now.
Not so jolly now, is he? Sounds like he got moonstruck, poor bugger. He didn't know what he was saying, just wandering around for days, losing his mind. I never heard of an empty billabong, and I definitely never heard of no jumbuck. A sad way for him to go, still owing me a drink. I expect she'll get over it. Wonder where that tucker bag is. Then, have a look around, see if you can find it.
Now with the humor...
Poor raving lunatic. He never should have gone as far as Virago Solitude. No one ever comes back from there without being a few slices shorter of a loaf. I'd never bloody go.
Just a quick pet peeve. This melee attack is the exact same as the one that Zero used. Just a little pet peeve. Would have been cool if she had her own sword animation or anything like that. Nope. With the humour in this game, it's weird. Borderlands 2, I found pretty funny. You know, I don't normally laugh out loud at games, not really, and I didn't with Borderlands 2, but it was still pretty funny. It's very rarely a game actually makes me laugh, unless it did something unintentional, like a glitch or something like that. But I don't really keep up with the whole internet memes and stuff like that, like. And all the swag, like, I don't even know what the fuck swag is. Like, I'm not an up-to-date person like that. I mean, I don't follow the groove, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm not sure if the humour will be as great in this one, because I haven't been keeping up with any of the internet stuff, because I don't. Thing is, Borderlands 1 obviously had a terrible story, but it was still a pretty funny game. The characters were still really good. As you can see, all the enemies, at least now, are just basically just raiders, you know. Moon raiders, but still raiders. And honestly, the zero gravity thing, I'm not a huge fan of. At least, not yet. Maybe I'll get used to it, but it's more annoying than fun. I like the butt slam though.
It's the tackle bag. Shoot, kill the Kragans.
The Kragan. And maybe it's just me, but the moon isn't exactly, at least not yet, the areas aren't exactly super interesting. They're just, I mean, they're pretty similar to the Borderlands 2 ones. Just, well, just that you're on the moon. And it looks a bit moony. Damn it, this gun does no damage at all. They resist fire completely, alright. I'm gonna have to get a new gun out. I can show you the other laser gun quickly. This is it, this is it. It's got a lot of recoil, which is surprising. It does go around quite a bit.
No coming back from that. Flail against fire.
And the badass points return. I don't know how many I've got. Oh look, I've got loads. Well, I've got 5. And this is just the exact same. I like this mechanic. This is one of the mechanics I actually really liked. But I wish they'd have kept this with the original Borderlands 1, you know, equivalent. There was an equivalent thing to this in Borderlands 1. I wish they'd have kept both of them, honestly. Gun accuracy, chance, that one. There you go. Right. One thing I do like, and one thing that they have really improved is the character you play as actually talks. You know, because the characters in the main characters you played as in Borderlands 1 basically said nothing, and in Borderlands 2 they had like echo recorders, but they still didn't say nothing. But in this one, your character actually talks back a lot to the main characters, which is good. At least Athena does. And I picked Athena simply because she was in the General Knox DLC, and because I like the shield. I think the shield was pretty cool. I like the Captain America style shield. And she seems more relevant to the plot, I think Athena does.
Hey. Who are you? Don't matter. I just found this. The best mate in all the world sent it to me. It's a tucker bag. Says there's a jump back inside. They don't even exist. Oh, it's a jump back. They do exist. I think it thinks I'm his mum.
That's pretty cool.
Idiot. I look nothing like him. Do you think that means there's really a billabong somewhere out there too? A giant empty billabong with bright purple light shooting out of it with the deafening silent prayers of an ancient people ringing out from the depths of it? Nah. Thanks for the help, though.
And there you go.
Unless there is a giant purple hole with light shooting out of it. You reckon the little fella wants a drink?
Alright, so that was my first impressions video of Borderlands, the pre-sequel. I'm going to be continuing on with my main videos, and I guess we'll go do the actual main story now.